For the part of introduction, musyarakah is an Arabic word meaning sharing. It's a joint enterprise in business and trade where all partners share the profit or loss of the joint venture. It is an ideal alternative to interest-based financing as it does not have a fixed rate of return and can be affected by the failure of the joint venture. Islam has termed interest as an unjust instrument of financing as it results in injustice either to the creditor or the debtor. In the modern capitalist economy, banks advance depositors' money as loans to industrialists and traders. This leads to imbalances in the distribution system, favoring the rich and against the poor. Islamic principles dictate that financiers must determine whether they are advancing a loan to assist the debtor on humanitarian grounds or to share their profits. If they want to assist the debtor, they should resist claiming access on their principal of the loan. However, if they want to share in the profits of their debtor, they must also share them in their losses. Musyarakah has a tendency to favor the common people rather than the rich only. However, it embodies practical problems in its full implementation as a universal mode of financing. Islam has not prescribed a specific form or procedure for musyarakah, but it has set broad principles that can accommodate numerous forms and procedures. The present chapter discusses the basic principles of musyarakah and its implementation in the context of modern business and trade, aiming to introduce it as a modern mode of financing without violating its basic principle.
Concept of musyarakah is divided into two. The first one is syirkat ul milk, which is a joint ownership of two or more persons in a particular property. It can exist in two ways. The first one, operation at the option of the parties. This is existing at their own option because they themselves elected to purchase the equipment jointly. The second is operate after the death of a person because all his heirs will inherit his property which come into their joint ownership. The second concept is syirkat ul aqd, which is a partnership elected by a mutual contract. It has three kinds. The first one, syirkat ul amwal. All the partners invest some capital into a commercial enterprise. The second one is syirkat ul a'mal. All the partners jointly undertake to render some service for the customer and the fee charged from them is distributed among themselves according to an agreed ratio. This syirkat also known as syirkat ul takabul, syirkat ul sana and syirkat ul abdan. The third one is syirkat ul wujuh. The partners have no investment at all. All they do is purchase the commodities on a different price and sell them at spot. The profit so earned is distributed among them at an agreed ratio.
Next, we will explore the four basic rules of musyarakah. The first rule of musyarakah is about the need for mutual agreement and competence. The contract must be formed by parties who are competent to enter into a contract with their agreement given freely without duress, fraud or misrepresentation. The second rule involves the profit ratio in relation to the capital investment ratio. There are different views among Muslim jurists on this matter. Imam Malik and Imam Shafi'i believe that the profit ratio should correspond to the investment ratio. For instance, if a partner invests 40% of the total capital, they should receive 40% of the profits. Conversely, Imam Ahmad allows partners to agree on a profit ratio that differs from the investment ratio. Meanwhile, Imam Abu Hanifah takes a middle ground approach, allowing different profit ratios if mutually agreed upon. The third rule is about loss sharing. All jurists agree that in the event of a loss, each partner must bear the loss in proportion to their investment. So, if a partner invests 40% of the capital, they must bear 40% of the loss, while Imam Shafi'i insists that both profit and loss ratios match the investment ratio. Imam Abu Hanifah and Imam Ahmad accept different profit ratios based on mutual agreement, but insist that losses must match the investment ratio. This is summarized by the maxim, profit is based on the agreement of the parties, but loss is always subject to the ratio of investment. The fourth and final rule emphasizes about profit distribution. The distribution of profit must be agreed upon at the time of contract signing. It's crucial that profits are allocated based on the actual profit made by the business, not in proportion to the capital invested. For example, if partners A and B join a partnership agreeing that A will get Rm 10,000 per month or a 50% profit on his investment, such agreements are invalid. Instead, they must agree on a percentage of the actual profit.
My name is Mubaraka and I'm going to be presenting the slide on the nature of capital in musyarakah. So the general consensus of the nature is that capital must be in liquid form, it must be monetary, and we have four views here, but three different views. That is Imam Malik's view, Imam Shafi's view, Imam Abu Hanifa, and Imam Ahmed's view. As for Imam Malik's view, he allows contribution in kind, that is, the share must be determined at market value at the time of the contract. This view is supported by Hanbali jurists. Moving on to the view of Imam al-Shafi'i, he differentiates between the types of commodities. We have two of those, that is Dawat al-Umthal and Dawat al-Qima. So the replaceable commodities like wheat, rice, stuff like that are acceptable, whereas unique commodities like cattle are unacceptable. Mixed commodities of Dawat al-Umthal can be included. As for the views of Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Ahmed, contributions in kind are unacceptable, and the reasons for this are the distinguishability of commodities prevent true partnership, and the redistribution complexities due to value fluctuations. To conclude this, modern preferences lean more into Imam Malik's view because it's more flexible and applicable to modern business. My name is Mubaraka, and I'm going to be presenting the slide on the nature of capital in Musharaka. So the general consensus of the nature is
Next, I will explain about the management in the Musharaka. Nonetheless, the partner might agree that just one of them will undertake the managerial task, forbidding the other partner from engaging in Musharaka. However, the partner who is not actively participating in firm will only earn profit equivalent to their investment, and the amount of the profit given to them should not exceed the percentage of their investment as previously stated. Next, about the termination of Musharaka. If the all partner agree to engage in the joint venture, each will be regarded as an agent of the others in all business matters, and any act made by one partner within the normal company operation will be deemed authorized by all partners. Musharaka can be considered and if any of the following conditions are met. Firstly, when each the partner has right and the musharaka agreement at the time after notifying his partner, he followed through with his decision, the musharaka partnership will be over. Next, if any partner dies during the musharaka agreement and the partnership will be terminated, in this situation, the descendant can choose to either take the deceased portion from the business or carry on with the musharaka agreement. And also, if one partner becomes mentally ill or otherwise, which is unable to conduct the business, the musharaka partnership will be end. So I can conclude that the termination of musharaka can occur under various circumstances, including mutual agreement, death of the partner, or incapacitation of a partner. Upon termination, assets can be distributed proportionally among partners, liquidated or divided in their current state. Partner can also choose to continue the business by buying out the departing partner's share, or interestingly, classical Islamic fiqh do not explicitly address the issue of a partner agreeing to restrict liquidation or separation unless all partners agree, but it appears to be permissible under Islamic law in mutually agreed upon the outset of the musharaka. The summary for Musharaka is Musharaka represents a significant and equitable alternative to interest-based financing within Islamic finance. Adhering to a principle that promote fairness and share responsibilities among partners, the flexibility of Musharaka as highlighted by the various interpretation among Islamic jurists ensure the adaptability in modern business practice. This principle collectively ensure that Musharaka not only adheres to Islamic laws but also meets the practical demands of contemporary business, making it viable and just mode of financing that support both equity and economic growth. Hence, this all from us. Thank you, sir, for watching this video.